this family, they had built this house for their daughter, and it was a $170,000 house, and the daughter and her husband moved into the property, got in an argument, got a divorce, moved out.
Right.
And so what happened then was the parents had 2 house payments. They had their personal residence, and now they had to step in and start making payments on this other house that they'd built for their daughter that there was this big loan on.
Sure.
They tried to market the house with a realtor and couldn't get it sold. They ended up owning and making 2 house payments for a year.
The parents?
The parents, because the daughter's gone.
Whatever, yeah.
Okay.
Didn't work
She
out.
had left, yeah, and couldn't afford the house. And so now the parents are making both house payments on this, on both properties, theirs and this one. And so they finally came to me, and they gave me the house.
Wow.
Gave me the house. They deeded it to me. They left the mortgage out there in their name,
Okay.
but I agreed to make the payments for them.
Right.
And so now I own this $170,000 house, and what had happened was when I took a look at the property, it needed some curb appeal. And one of the reasons they hadn't been able to sell it was the property just wasn't very fixed up. And so what I did was I borrowed a small amount of money, it was $5,000, and put a second mortgage on a house like you're talking about. And I took that $5,000, and what I did was I put some shutters on the house, which dresses it up a little bit.
Oh,
it
yeah.
had odd-sized windows on it, and I had to special order the shutters.
Right, the custom shutters. Sure.
Yeah, but it really dresses up the front of a house. I did a little bit of landscaping. I did a little bit of cosmetic work on the inside. To be honest with you, I still had a couple dollars left over of the $5,000 when I was done. 4 weeks later, a nurse came along, a lady came along, was looking for a house just like this one. She plunked down $5,000 as an option fee. I put her in on a rent and I had a $231 positive cash flow on that house.
Wow.
And so if you look at this, Chris, I had no dollars, no money of my money when I had the house given to me.
Right.
And here I own this $170,000 house now, okay? Number 2 is to fix it up, I've got no dollars in it because I borrowed the money and put a second mortgage on the house.
Right.
So it's a loan,
Right.
all right? So no money out of my pocket. 4 weeks later, I had $5,000 cash in my bank account. Let's take a look at what happens to folks here. Let's say you've got someone with a luxury home and they want to get rid of it, and they are willing to deed you the house, to give the house to
Right.
you. But as real estate investors, many times we're afraid to take the house because of those high monthly payments.
High
right?
everything.
Maybe I can't even make the real estate investor their own payment on their own house, and
Right.
struggling. Here they got a big luxury home. How are they going to do it? It's simple. It's simple. And all they have to do is borrow money from a private lender to make the payments. Put a second mortgage on this luxury home, go ahead and take it, and let them make the payments. Let's say out of about 6 months, let's say the private lender says, okay, I've made enough payments, I'd like to stop now. What do you do as a real estate investor? It's very simple. You just bring in another private lender and keep making the payments until you got the house handled, until you got it sold, okay?
Right.
You know, one of the best ways to sell a luxury home is, like you and I have talked earlier, is not in this, but in auctions,
Sure.
okay? They're awesome, okay? Also, with a luxury home, the people that buy them, they don't want a fixer-upper.
No.
They want it in pristine condition, don't
Right.
they? So you use the private money to fix up the house also, so you've got something that's easily marketable, okay? That's just one example. You know, with commercial property, you'll obviously go to a commercial lender typically,
Correct.
but you need money down. They call it skin in the deal. And the same thing with apartment complexes, large multi-units. You use money down for that, and also to fix up the units. So there's just a plethora of way of using money.